Hello, welcome everyone to another Fantasy Grounds video, this time on the Dungeons & Dragons 2024 NPC import feature that we have built into Fantasy Grounds. And I wanted to showcase how we have support for both the old stat block format and the new stat block format. So first off, I'll show you the new rules, which is the default choice that I've got set right now. So the 2024 D&D core rules will show up here at the bottom. You can select from that or the Monsters of the Multiverse format, whichever one you want to choose there. So let's stay with the 2024, and then I'm going to pull in a stat block from the files that we have here from Wizards of the Coast. And you'll notice when I paste that in, if there's extra spaces, you can right-click and say clean up the text. Right-click, and then it looks like this little magic wand. What that does is it will remove extra lines here. I like to look it over too, just to make sure that there's no weird line breaks or anything. We do the best that we can, but if you bring this in from another source, the source may or may not have like the exact proper formatting, or it might have special characters. So if there are any special characters in there, like a lot of times the dashes will have like a long dash, apostrophes will have like a little fancy apostrophe. We strip all that out and we do replacements wherever possible, just to straight ASCII character codes, and that will make it all work properly. Here you'll have the stat block on the left with one line per item, just like it would appear in a stat block in a book. And then here's your description, and you could just type in whatever you want. Tigers are awesome. And then you just hit import, and it creates the stat block. So here you'll see that everything kind of comes over. The size, the type, the alignment, AC, etc. All of the ability scores and modifiers and saves all go into the proper place. Skills get listed here, and they're also recognized. If I pick them up and roll them, they will recognize that automatically. Same thing for the attacks. It'll automatically parse out and recognize the text for damage and so forth. So that's all kind of as expected. The pictures tab, we will take the very first character. We will link it in with the letter tokens that come shipped with Fantasy Grounds, so that'll be there, but you can replace that with your own tokens if you have artwork that you like on your own. And then we have the notes here. We'll have whatever description I put there, and that can have formatted text. It can be as fancy as you want that to be there, or you can just modify it here if I want to make this a header, or if I want to make it a bullet list, or whatever. You could use all of those things by doing the hotkeys, which I normally use, or you can come through and choose whether you want it to be a heading, a body text, chat frame, etc. So if you want that to be part of the thing, you could change that. And then you'll see down below here you've got the stat block in a like skimmable sort of fashion that should represent kind of how it looks in the book. And then that way you can just double check to make sure that everything came through properly. So that's a 2024 type. Let me clear this out, and I will switch to 2022, and I've got a different stat block I'm going to use here. So this one is going to be the Fiendish Augur. So I'll paste that one in, and then this one actually does have a description, so I will plug this in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean up the text, and then I'm going to make that heading. Yeah, so that should be good. Don't put any, don't style this part at all. Keep this part just plain. And then hit import, and then again here you'll see that everything goes into the right buckets. It recognizes everything that's been provided. If there were like reactions or legendary actions or whatever, it would just need to look for where it says actions here. It would need to look for the heading down below. And then here we've got the notes has the notes that I put in previously, and then the stat block. And the stat block here will be displayed like it would be in that kind of a book. So the strength, dex, con, all that's on the top with the scores plus the ability bonus down below. And if you wanted to change it and say to the 2024 version, note that the notes section will not change. However, if I like this style better, then this is the new style here. So I can actually toggle between the two, and it'll change how the stat block will look within the system. So this one was a legacy character, but if I really wanted to use the new 2024 version of the stat block, you'll see that it now shows it in this format. Okay, thanks for watching.